Hello friends, it's me again, Billy Mack, and as you can see, we're back in the garage. And as I promised the first video, we're going to start tearing down an engine. You guys want to see what it is? I mean, mostly everybody would know what it is anyway. It is a LQ4. What's an LQ4? Well, an LQ4 is a 6-liter iron block aluminum head LS motor. This one here came from a 3500 GMC work fan. Yes, it's a work fan motor. So the reason I wanted this is because it has low compression, which is good for boost. It also has a few parts like the flywheel that we can use for right now to bolt up to our converter and tranny, which is a power glide. So this is it. So we're gonna rip it apart. The ideal is to put a cam, springs, trunnion kit, maybe some lifters and new rings and gap the rings a little bit just so it can hold some boost. Maybe a new timing chain, just a few things like that, plus tidy it up and get it ready to drop in to the Fox body. All right, so first things first, the coils. So this one here was already off. As you can see, there's just a few bolts holding it in. Everything's unplugged. There was a few things that was already taken off this motor, to be honest. All right, now. All right, so now we're going to remove the intake manifold. We just loosened up these bolts right here. We're gonna lift it all off with the fuel rails and injector. We also, remember on these engines, you have to take the steam port off, which goes across to the other side. And we'll lift all that stuff off together because that is connected to the throttle body. All we're gonna do is just lift it up a bit, make sure we're not stuck in anything, make sure we check all the injectors that are pulled out. There we go. And this should lift right off. Fortunately, I can't do it with one hand. So here we go. All right, so we got the intake manifold off. Just tidy this up just a little bit. We're gonna remove the factory knock sensors. We're probably not gonna run the knock sensors again, but I'm gonna keep these here in place. They're kind of loose there now. She's a little dirty in there, carboned up, but you know what? That just gives us a good excuse to start cleaning them up. So next up, we're gonna remove the valley cover. So it's just these bolts right here. Pop that out. Then we'll pop off the valve covers and we will see what is underneath. All right, so here's where the factory knock sensors go. As you can see, they were dirty. There's the factory cam down there. Everything's fairly clean down there. I did vacuum. The reason I vacuumed when the camera wasn't on is because it's super loud. So next up, let's pull off this water pump and get that out of the way because it's heavy. And then valve covers and heads. Oh, manifolds, then heads. Not too bad. We can clean it up. Okay, so next step, we have to take the rockers all off, which is fine because we're gonna do a trunnion kit. So the trunnion, we'll get into that a little bit later on. And we're gonna do some either LS7 rockers or an upgraded rocker, just These ones here, you know, there's 150,000 miles on this engine. So we want to make sure that the cheap stuff doesn't fail. All right, so the lifters are out. Get a better view in there. It's a little oily. Take a peek at the push rods. They're a little dirty, but I think we'll have to get different push rods if we go with a thicker head gasket. So, I don't know though. And there you have it. There you go. She's a little cruddy in there, boys and girls. This one here looks like there's a little bit of a gap. This one here, definitely no gap. Well, there is, but it's pretty corroded. I'm sure that's normal. But let me know what you guys think. And there we go, the other side. Just right in there, a little rusty. There was a little bit of water in it, but again, it was cleaned a couple times with a pressure washer and nothing was covered up. I did do a re-clean. I taped up as much as I could, but again, a little bit of water got in. So we'll see what else we find when we get in there. So here's the heads. Definitely a little dirty, corroded a bit. Again, not really sure what I'm looking for. Very corroded in some of them. A lot of carbon buildup. But I mean, high mileage work van, I assumed this is what I would get into. I'm not sure if these valves can be used again. I will definitely be asking you guys to help. So, you're off. The old head gasket. All right. So same thing here. It doesn't look to be like there's any damage done. The other head I looked at, I could not find any cracks or anything like that. We'll run a straight edge on it once I clean them all up. But for now, they look all right, just heavily saturated with carbon buildup. So we'll see what we can do. All right. So I did a little cleaning. They look pretty good, actually. Still a little bit of crud in here from it sitting, mostly. But they cleaned up pretty good. A nice scuff job would definitely do the trick, I would think. And as far as I can see, there's no damage to the block up here at all. So good so far. All right, so oil pan's off, windage tray oil pickup. We'll take that off next. Unfortunately, my engine stand is set up wrong. I messed up. So the engine has to come out before I can rotate it all the way over. But so be it. All right, I'll pull that windage tray off, see what's in there. All right, we'll get the block torn apart tomorrow. But for right now, I think that's her for tonight. So, yeah. Big G's here to help today, guys. We're getting it tore down. As you can see in the time lapse, it's getting there. Still got some work to do. We're gonna throw the crank pulley on in a second and then rip that all off. And then we'll start cleaning everything up. A little dirty.
Dirty is good.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit, he says. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay then.
Hello.
Hi. You want to write this down for me? Sorry. Say hi to the people.
Hi, people.
That's the neighbor. She comes over once in a while and helps us out.
What are we doing now?
Windage.
What?
Windage.
Windage?
Windage tray. Nuts. Because I got a memory of a gopher. Oh, she stopped. She left.
No, I thought the dog was down.
Get a picture of her shoes.
This is going to be his winter helper builder. That's my new term, winter helper builder.
Helper builder.
Is that it for this?
Okay. Move to the side. Let's see if this comes off first. All right, crew. So the video is going to be pieced together a little bit weird because we did lose a few clips when Big G was here earlier. So now all I'm going to do, I have this here soaking. There's a lot of carbon buildup on the heads. I'm going to clean them off. I know they're getting sent out to get milled, but I'd like to have them looking half decent when they go there. So everything, you know, comes back neat and tidy, and we can start assembly as soon as the parts come in. Whoa, let's just say this stuff here, yeah. I have a head rush or a high or whatever the hell. I mean, jeez. Anyway, can't really see. It's a little dark in here now. I need some more lighting, but it is pretty good. There's still some carbon buildup on it. I'll have to clean it a little bit more. Block's sitting over there on some cans. I'll be taking that in tomorrow. The crank is sitting here on cardboard. That'll be going in tomorrow. And then, you know, the heads, they're in no rush to go anyhow. I don't have the parts to put back in them yet, but they will go within the next few days. But I want to clean them up a little bit first. So when I get them back, I could pretty well get them prepped and ready to go. Hopefully, I'll get the nerve to do a little bit of porting on them. Hopefully. If I don't judge me. That's not what we're here to do. We're not here to judge. You're definitely here to send me some advice because I could use some advice. So anyway, sorry this video was a little bit mishmashed around and a little bit crazy because we did lose some of the videos that I had taken. I do real estate as well, so I have to do some videos and pictures and stuff for that. And I unfortunately deleted a few things for this. So, gonna leave it at that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Little suggestions here and there of how I can make the videos a little bit better. I know we could do some stunts and some crazy stuff like that. That's gonna come because that's my personality. We're gonna have some fun. But that's the motor all tore down. That's this video. Next video, not sure yet where we're gonna start. yeah, so give me a couple days to figure that out and I'll start recording it. I'll let you guys know exactly how it goes at the machine shop and if anything changes. With that, if I decide to upgrade anything that I have not thought about upgrading. Anyway, leave it at that. Take care, guys. I'm Billy Mack, and welcome to my garage.